Hello everyone, my name is Denise and today I'll be sharing on the topic motherhood. So as some of you may know, I'm a mother of a 6-year-old boy and realized that I haven't really shared on this topic about being a mother and how it has impacted me as a person and as a therapist. Okay, so maybe I'll just start with person first. Being a mother, I became a mother at age 29-ish, 30. So it's been a very difficult experience, but also very rewarding. And it adds a brand new dimension to my life that I never had before. Okay, it's hard to describe it, but I'll try my best. First thing is that once you have a child, you, as a mother, you'll be viewing the whole world in two ways. One way, which is through the lenses, your own lens as a grown adult woman, and also a second lens, which is through the lens of your child. You'll be thinking, when you're with your child, pushing him around a pram or bring him out to a new place, you'll be thinking, oh, this must be great for him. You try to squat down and see things from his point of view as a smaller person. And you look at the flower that you've seen 100 times, but now you're looking at it in a different way. You look at it like, how would my son perceive this? He's seeing this for the first time. So you look at the flower again with a fresh sense of wonder. And that is in every single, so extrapolate that to every single thing that you experience in life, whether it is a new flower that you see, a new insect, a new animal, or just a new dish that you've tried a million times, but now you're eating it for the first time with your child, then you'll re-experience it through your child's perceptions. So that's been beautiful for me. And also it's like it is weird. I'm not like, maybe I'm a bit narcissistic, but I'm not so narcissistic as to feel that my child is an extension of me. From the very first day, I already knew that he's a separate human being. But because he's genetically alike to me, he shares 50% of my genes. So he shares some character traits with me as well. So we might both be very sensitive to this kind of food. We might try to both avoid the darker parts of the chicken flesh, or we do not like our fish with any skin, or the textures on our mouths a bit different. So my son Benedict has these experiences, and I see him struggling that way, like I did when I was a child, or as I still am doing. And we have this private kind of code to live by, and it's kind of nice. It's like we are in this special tribe. So it's really impacted me. And also like buying books, fresh children's books, or maybe toddler Bible, or very simple to read Chinese books and reading it with him. It's a very invigorating experience. You're re-experiencing language in a new way. And once in a while you're asked really deep questions that I've asked before. Like, so if God created everything, then who created God? That's the same question I asked my dad when I was about 14, but he's asking it now at age 6, pretty advanced. And it just helps me to live a new life. It's like once you become a mom, at least it is for me, but once I cross the threshold, become a mom, I'm a completely different person, even if Benedict is not with me. It just changes me as a person, the essence of me, because I'm always thinking about him. Every single decision I make has him at the back of my mind. Like, what is the impact on Benedict if I took on this new client? What is the impact on Benedict if I took on this new ministry? What's the impact on Benedict if I did this, I did that? Everything is put through that mother filter. Okay, so that is how it's impacted me as a person. The second thing, how it's impacted me as a counselor, is that when I look at my clients, I tend to not only look at them through the lens of a therapist or of a human person, but also there is the motherly dimension as well. Not that I think that they're my kids, because some of them are way older than me or like my age. It's just there's an added note of tenderness and nurturance that comes with being a mother myself. So sometimes when I hear them talk about stories about how they were neglected or abused by their own mother, there is a newfound sense of pain, and also it triggers a sense of guilt as well. And like, am I doing this to my son? Which I know the answer is yes. There are some times when I'm very tired or very busy that I might push my son away. So will it result in the same trauma? Maybe yes, maybe no. It remains to be seen whether all the amount of tender loving care can balance out all the times I've neglected him. But when it does come in the room, when I'm in with my client and hearing these stories, it does affect me that way, which I have to be mindful about, because I know that that is transference. I don't want to let that get in the way of my counseling. And what other ways has it affected my therapy? I think recently I've added like group therapy as a new skill set, like having my own therapy groups. And being a mother is actually helpful because it makes me feel like I'm a mother of a big group of people. These are all my little chicks, and I'm the mother hen, the kind of motherly, maternal, nurturing feeling. I don't feel like I'm a leader of a group or director of a drama or what. Instead, I feel more like a mother, to add the motherly dimension into my work. I think that's very helpful, because mothering is not a leadership position, although leadership is part of what mothering entails. Mothering sometimes has a very servant dimension, has very tender, nurturing dimension to it as well. So, yep. And it's so funny because, for those who are familiar with Enneagram, I'm actually an Enneagram type 2. I'm 259. Very strong in 2. The second one is 5 and then 9. So for 2, we are the helpers. So we are the naturally nurturing people, make great helpers, great mothers if we are of higher mastery. So being a mother was actually always a programmed skill inside of me, you could say that. And but it is always in a very dormant state, like when I was newly married or still dating or still a young girl. I had so much, a big chunk of me, so much of my energy was devoted into little girl things, looking beautiful, finding a new place to eat at, chasing the new experience, maybe even chasing the next certificate to beef up my CV. But once I became a mom, all these things sort of receded into the background. I wanted to make decisions that would benefit Benedict, that would put me in a place where I have spare capacity to look after my son. And so that I have to thank motherhood for. So all in all, why am I making this video? I'm making this video for all the mothers out there, and all those people who are contemplating becoming a parent, a mother or a father. I want to say that it's totally worth it. It's totally worth it for many reasons. Firstly, it's very the selfish reason is very comforting. It's very nice to walk home, open the door, and there's your son running towards you and hugging you. I'm so happy to see you. And that can really just wash away all the tiredness of the day. And the second thing, you get to see the world through a fresh pair of lenses, and you get to be a child the second time. Go to kiddie places, read kiddie books, and get away with it. It's really fun. And behave like a child to your child, mirror him, and it's socially acceptable because now you're a mom. And it also adds a new dimension to your experience in your work life, as well as also your spiritual life. You get to understand what it's like to be, maybe if you're a father, to be God the Father. If you're a mother, to be like Mother Mary, to really have an integral experience of that. So do not be afraid of parenthood. Instead, open your arms and embrace it. Okay, that's all for today. If you found this video helpful, kindly press like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much and God bless.